In this video, we're going to learn how to create queries in Microsoft Access. The query or a query is a database object that retrieves specific data that meets specific criteria or specific conditions in our tables. We're going to do a simple select query that will retrieve data from one table. You can retrieve from multiple tables at the same time, but we're going to keep it simple. The data source is the table from which we gather our information. So let's get started. Let's open Access and go and open your recipes database. And let's get started by adding some records to our customers form. We're going to add these records and we're going to use the forms. So double click on the customers form that you've already created previously. And we're going to click the new record button in the navigation bar down here. And we're going to type in Megan and then press tab and we're going to type in Fox. The address, 98 Transformers Street. The city, Bella Vista. State is California. And remember, if you try to type more letters in there, it's going to ding at you. It's not going to let you continue because we set that field size to 2 because state abbreviations should be 2. Code 98321, and we don't have a 4-digit code, so we're going to leave that. Phone number. I made that one really easy. Birth date. And favorite dish is chocolate chip. Now, when you're entering records, be careful not to add an extra space or anything to them, because if you add those extra spaces or you don't type these perfectly, then when you go and set your query criteria, it will not find the information. If you've made spelling errors or you've made errors entering your information, if you're not really careful, then your queries will not print or pull the correct information. Okay, we've entered this form or this record into this form. To get a new record, simply press the tab key and it's ready for us to enter the next one. Notice now we get a new number of 4 in our record navigation bar, and let's type in the next record. At any time you need to pause the video so that you can see these, do so. Uh-oh, I messed up here. To review, since I messed up, I had to go back. So remember, you can press Shift Tab to go back and just type in the information correctly. And again, let me do this. Okay, this one was Eddie Murphy, 1 Lenovo Street, Beverly Hills, California, 98663. Phone number is 555-898-3434. Birth date is 5/19/1965. And the favorite dish is peanut butter. And let's capitalize butter. And then press tab to go to the next form. Press tab. And for our last form, oh, make sure you don't put any of those extra spaces in. I almost did, but I backspaced and got it out of there. Okay, we have all of our forms in here now. Simply press tab to get that form saved, and then we can close, and we will be ready to build our query. Open the customers table now, and we're going to double check our records. So the new records, double check and make sure you've entered them correctly. You can pause and look at this page and compare this page to your records, your newly created records that you typed into the forms, and make sure they are correct. Once you've made sure your table is correct, save any changes that you made by clicking the Save button. And then, if necessary, let's go ahead and do this. Select all of the, oh, my computer's freezing. It does that a lot when I'm in Access. Access takes a lot of memory, especially when I'm videotaping it. Okay, and let's select all of those, and let's auto fit by double clicking on one of the borders. Okay, and now let's save those changes and then close the table. Now, to start a query, it's best to go ahead and click the table you want to build the query on. However, we'll be able to choose a different table later on if we need to. So click the Create button. And in the Queries group, we're going to go to Query Wizard. We're going to do a simple query. So make sure that's selected and click OK. And then we're going to choose which fields we want to include in our query. So we want to pull out all the information from our customers to send them a birthday coupon for their favorite dish. So we want their first name. Uh-oh, I double clicked. You only have to single click. But that's okay. We wanted their last name as well. We want their address, city, state, and zip. And then we also need their birth date and their favorite dish. At this point, we're not going to need their phone number for this query. Next, we're going to name the query, and we're going to name this one favorite dish and your name. And take the word query out. We'll be able to tell a query by its symbol in the navigation pane. And then we're going to modify the query design and then click Finish. Notice when you create the query, you get a new object. Let me move that down. You get a new object area in your navigation pane. So notice in the navigation pane that you have the new symbol for a query. Notice the table symbol looks like a grid, a table. The forms has the pink bar at the top and looks, if you look, it's got little squares on it. It looks like a little form with fields in it. And the query looks like two sheets together, two little tables together. And so now we're ready to modify our query design. We're going to sort. See this row that says sort? We're going to sort the query. We want our results to be in ascending order by last name. And then we're going to set a criteria for favorite dish. We want to see everybody whose favorite dish is chocolate chip. So in the criteria row, we're going to pull out whose favorite dish is chocolate chip cookies or chocolate chips. And actually, we need to put quotation marks around that. And then click Run. And Run is how we see our results. So we see that we have two customers whose favorite cookie or whose favorite dish is chocolate chip. Let's go back to Design View. And we can remove that criteria. Okay. Let's see also who has a birthday in the month of January. So to create a query that pulls up this month's birth dates, in the criteria under birth date, we're going to type in a 1 for January, and then we're going to insert some wildcard searches. So slash, and then we want all the dates, so we want a wildcard for the date, and we want a wildcard for the year. So you put in 1/***, and that will find all of the January birth dates. And then Run. And we see we have one customer this month who has a January birthday, and we can send them a coupon in the mail. And we could use this query to print address labels and send them those coupons. So let's save this query again. And let's print this query. Go to File, print preview. Now again, make sure in the heading, if you haven't saved your table to have your name in it, it's not going to appear up there. So at this point, you would need to close out. And then you would need to, you need to close the print preview and then close the query, rename the query and reopen it, and then print it. So if you haven't put your name in the object name, then you need to do that. So we're going to print this now. It appears that it's going to print on 2 pages. So let's see if we can landscape it. So we're going to go to, make sure it's landscape, and then we're going to go to margins and set them to narrow. Nope, we want to change them to normal so that it shows our heading up there. And then we are ready to print. Choose print, choose the appropriate printer for your classroom, and then click OK. Close print preview and close this query. Now we're going to run a query on the cookies table. So click on the cookies table and click on Query Wizard. And this time, simple query again, click OK. Tables cookie. And we're going to put all fields on there. And then click Next. And details. And we're going to name it Cookies. Your name. And modify the query design. And finish. Okay. So cookies by calorie. We'll name it Cookies by Calorie. Your name. And then finish. I forgot there for a minute that you can have a table and a query by the same name. So that's why we needed to change that. So we're going to sort by cookie calories. So we're going to go to calories per cookie and sort. And we want these in descending order. And we're going to hide the cost and price per serving. So uncheck those for this query. And the serving size, we're going to keep, and the recipe we're going to hide. So now let's run our query. And you see that it shows the cookie name. It has the calories per serving sorted and the serving size. And let's save this and close it. And let's create another query on the cookies table. And so again, create tab. Well, first select the cookies table, create tab, query wizard, and this time let's put cookie name, cost per serving, and serving size. Oh, I hit the wrong button, didn't I? If I put too many over here, I can take them away. I don't want recipe. I don't want price per serving or calories on this one. I just want a cookie name, cost per serving, and serving size. And then click Next. I'm going to detail that. We're going to put low-cost cookies. Low-cost cookies. And we're going to modify query design and make sure you have your name in it. Take out the query. The low-cost cookies and your name is the name of it. And then modify the query design and click Finish. Okay, now for this one, we want low-cost cookies. So we're going to set a criteria at less than. So we use our mathematical symbols. Less than symbol is the shift and the comma key. The greater than symbol is shift and the period key. So we want less than or equal to. We use both symbols for less than or equal to. Less than or equal to 0.3. And then we're going to sort the cookies by name. So sort ascending by cookie name. And then click Run. So now we have 3 cookies in our table that are our lower cost cookies. And so let's save this again. And now let's close this table and let's create another query. On the cookies table, query wizard, simple query wizard, okay, cookie name, cost per serving, serving size again. Let's do calories per serving. And next. Next, this is going to be high cost cookies. And your name. And take off that word query in the space there. And again, let's modify the design and click Finish. High cost cookies. The criteria, we're going to use the greater than symbol. And we are going to say greater than 35 cents. And actually, let's do greater than 30 because our low cost was less than or equal to 30. So our high cost will do greater than 30. And let's sort this time. We're going to sort by calories per serving in ascending order. But we're going to hide this sort field. So we're going to run this query. And we see, so it is showing exactly what I wanted to show, the cookie name, the cost per serving, and the serving size. And it has sorted it in order by calories. The pecan sandies are less calories than the macadamia nut cookies. If we go back in and to the design view, if we sort descending by calories and we run the query, we'll see it'll be in the opposite order because white chocolate macadamia nut have higher calories. So that is queries in a nutshell. Save this. Let's close this one. We're going to print a couple of these queries. We printed the first one. Let's also print cookies. Let's print the low-cost cookies and print file print. This will all fit easily on one page, so we can leave it in portrait. And just hit print and print to the correct printer. And we're going to create one more query, actually. I want to show you one more query where we find specific text. And we're going to create this one on the customers table. And we're going to do Query Wizard on the Create tab, Query Wizard, a simple Query Wizard. Click OK. And we're going to use all the fields and click Next. We're going to name this California. Let's just go up here, California. Let's just do CA. Customers and your name. Modify the query design and finish. We may want to send all of our customers in California a coupon for their favorite dish. We're going to need address, city, state, zip. We may not need their phone number, so let's just hide that one. We don't need their birth date in this query, so hide that one. And we do need their favorite dish if we want to send them a coupon for their favorite dish. And we want to sort or have a criteria of California. And in this case, to save on mailing, actually, I need to do something here. If we're sorting for specific text, we have to put it in quotation marks. I almost forgot that. So put that in quotation marks. And then let's sort the zip code. Click in the sort row underneath the zip code, and let's sort ascending. Sometimes for businesses, if they bundle their bulk mail by zip code, they can save on postage because it helps to keep the post office from having to sort that for you. So we're going to sort ascending by zip code. And now let's view the results by clicking Run. And what did I do wrong here? Let's go to Design View. I put my criteria in the state. In the city, and my CA should have been in the state. Did I tell y'all to do that, or did I just do that? And then hit Run. And now we've got 3 customers in California. And we should see that they are sorted in order by zip code. And then let's go and let's view. Let's go to File, Print Preview. This is going to print on 2 pages. Let's try landscape. And then let's try margins and make them normal. And that still did not get that on 1 page. Let me look here. Let's go back to, let's close the print preview. And the favorite dish column's pretty wide. Let's double click to auto fit that. Double click to see if all the rest of them are auto fit. And now let's go back and File, Print Preview, and see if they're all on 1 page now. Yes, they are. So now we can go ahead and print. Choose the correct printer for your class. And then print. Click OK. Close the print preview. Close your query. Yes, save the changes if you're asked. And close the Access database.